techies, welcome to IT Tech Solution. To continue with the PySpark Learning Series, today we will see what is a data set and what is a data frame. So last time we saw what is RDD and how does it looks like when we did some practicals, right? So it is a collection of data. It is a collection of maybe list, collection of tuples, but it is distributed that we learned in the last video. So data set is similar to RDD. It has all the features of RDD, but it has some additional benefits when it comes to optimization. So it uses the SQL's optimized execution engine. So we can consider dataset as enhanced version of RDD, which is more optimized and even which is more efficient than the RDD is. So it was introduced in after Spark 1.6. From then onwards, this dataset was introduced. Uh, but dataset is not available for Python. It is only for Scala and Java. Still, Python can process the dataset, but the API support is not present for Python. Similarly for R. Okay, so this is dataset, and data frame is again further one step ahead of dataset. So it is again a dataset, but it is organized into columns. So structure wise, if I show you in the practicals, you will see that data frame is very similar to a table. It has a set of columns and each columns will have different rows in it. Okay, so it is very relatable to the relational database table, and it is constructed from a wide variety of sources. It can be a list, it can be a tuple, it can also be created from the data files, and files again maybe Parquet files, ORC files, or simply a JSON file. And it can also be created from Hive tables, some external databases, and even from the existing RDDs. So this is what a data frame is. So to keep this tutorial very simple, today I will just show by creating an example data frame from RDD, how we can create a data frame from another set of tuple. Okay, so we will just jump over to see it now practically. So here is my notebook. It is similar to what we used last time to create RDDs, because I will be just demonstrating how to create data frame from RDD, right? So we will create the data frame similarly to what we have seen in the last lecture. So I'm just opening the Spark session here. I'm creating that Spark session. Once that is created, I am defining a tuple, okay, list of tuples. So I have just given it like student 1, student 2, and student 3, and we can consider the digits as roll numbers. Okay, so we have three records here. First, what we will do is we will create simply RDD from this, and then we will try to convert that RDD into a data frame. Okay, and second step we will do, from this list of tuples, we will directly create a data frame. So now let me create this list. So the list is created. Then what we can do is sc.parallelize. We will create the RDD. Okay. So first step, the first RDD is created here. Okay. Now to define the schema, because we know we just now saw in the slide, right? Data frame is a data set, but it has its set of columns. Okay. It is a structured form of data set. So we will have to define a schema. So here what we are doing is using struct types. We can define the struct field and string type and integer type. These are the data types. So we are just importing the struct type here. Okay, and using that struct type we are defining the structure of our data. So under struct type, we are defining two fields. These are the struct fields. Okay, first is name, second one is roll number, and we are giving string type to first field or to the first column, and to the second column I am just giving integer type. Okay, and now the third parameter here is says true, right? So this is for whether it can be a nullable field or not. So if I give true, it means that we can also have null values for this field. So this is the structure of struct field. So now the schema is defined. Let me just run it. So schema is defined now. Okay, now once schema is defined, this is the function or the API that I'll be using, that is toDF. Okay, so it tells me that I want to convert the RDD into data frame toDF, and then I am passing on the schema. So this way, my first data frame will be getting created here from RDD. So we will run this. It is simple, and you will see that it will create the data frame. Now let's just print the contents of the data frame. So as I said, it is a structured data, right? It is very similar to relational tables. Let's see what it prints here and what is the structure of the data and whether whatever columns we have defined is coming or not. So you can see I defined the two fields, name and roll number, that is coming as a header or the column name, and then we have three set of records that we defined in this data list. So now we are able to create a data frame out of the RDD. If we want, we can also extract only the schema from here. So what we can do is we can say RDD DF from RDD, that is data frame, and then I can say print schema. It will tell me only, it will or extract only the schema. So you can see in my schema there are two fields and nullable, both are nullable. Okay, and first one is string, second one is the integer, that is the roll number. So this way we can create a simple data frame, and then let's check also the type of this, whether it is a data frame or really what it is. Let's print the type of this. Okay, print type of this data frame. Let's see what is the type of this. So it says its class is SQL data frame dot data frame. So this is nothing but a data frame. Now the second way, we can create a data frame directly from the list. We don't have to convert RDD into data frame. So if you have a list of records, right, directly we can create it as a data frame. And for that we can use the API create data frame. Okay, and this data frame or this data that I have defined here is directly I have defined a list of tuples, right? This could also be possible that it is some RDD and we converted that RDD into a list. Okay, maybe using dot collect or using applying lambda functions, we can convert that RDD into first into list, and then that list we can use to create the data frame. Okay, so for to keep it simple, let's just directly create from this list directly data frame, not RDD this time. So spark dot create data frame, I'm passing this data list that was defined here, that data, and along with data we know it is data frame, so we need to pass the schema. So I'm saying schema equals to this schema name that we have defined is this schema. Okay, so I'm passing that schema here. So it will create the same thing, but this time not from an RDD but directly from the list. Now let's again check the DF that got created. First we will check the type of this data frame. Let's just run this. So it is class as data frame, right? Now let's print this, and to print from a data frame the command is df.show. Okay, so direct df.show, it will show us or print the entire result. So you can see the result is same what we had got from directly from the RDD. So it is printing the same thing, and again we can also get the schema if we want, print schema. Okay, so we can get the schema of this data frame as well. You can see that it is also the same because we are using the same schema here. So this is how we can create a data frame. One is from RDD, another one is using the create data frame API and passing on the schema. So that's all for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will see some other ways to create the data frame from different Spark sources. Till then, bye bye.